Hello again, all of you cute beans out there, and welcome to the stream. I am Raw Zim, currently as Furvis the Lothwolf, and this is No Man's Sky, where we are going to be jumping into the Breach Expedition, the final Expedition Redux from 2025. Also, I have tried to make a better I forget the name, Corvette, I think it was. Um, it's all right. Could definitely have done a better job of building this thing, but hey, it's fine. It's fine. We've got a couple of entrances. We got this one here that, goes right to the cockpit. It does have access to the rest of the ship as well, but kind of the main way that you're intended to get in. Oh, right, I did add a third one. Okay, so you got multiple exit entrances to pick from. And of course, we got to harvest the nip for Nautilus here. Where is that? There it is. Oh, apparently I need a hazmat gauntlet. How do I not have that on this?
You're gonna make me hiss.
It's okay. It's okay. We'll get one.
Hazardous nip.
Alright, there we go. Now you got the nip buds.
Yeah.
But anyways, let's... What's up?
Well, I was just going to say, kind of on the subject that we were having in the last recording, which everyone should also watch. I'm really glad that No Man's Sky was able to turn it around instead of just like flopping sadly into the into oblivion.
Oh, 100%. Like, they... I will definitely say that this game could have gone the route that every other game, developer would have. Oh, that was a flop. Well, abandon it, move on. We'll do something else, or just disappear altogether. No, they stuck with it, and they have made an absolutely good game.
See, I mean, I do very much appreciate that, but I also think like this is one of those examples of one of the ways that like games as a service could actually work, and the always online connectivity could actually be a benefit as opposed to all the detriments that we normally experience. And I think this is something that games journalists should be talking about a whole lot more, that No Man's Sky successfully came back from the brink of oblivion. Maybe teach some of those developers that if their game isn't bad at first, they can improve it. And if their game is good at first, don't make it worse.
Yeah. This really is, like if you look at it, this really is an example of one of the first live service games. But it has actually worked out because they did the whole point of it, of sticking with it. Most of them, they don't hit it big enough for them, and they abandon it after a year, maybe two. Sometimes not even that.
All right, I'm getting back off my soapbox. I'm giving my soapbox to Nautilus. Nautilus is now sitting in the soapbox. If he fits, he sits.
Good to see I'm still as bad at that jump as I ever was. Damn it.
Alright, what else do I want to bring to give myself a bit of a head start on this? Obviously my sodium and carbon and all this stuff.
Yeah, well.
Pet the Ido.
I
Who's a good boy?
am.
Yes, you are. Pet.
Quick.
Maybe we should go for a 7-bedroom house so that Ido and Demon can move in.
Definitely want to firm up who's moving in with us before we go with something big.
That's becoming like almost a mini mansion at that point.
I mean, like I've said before, that was my original thing that I wanted to do with when I got into streaming. It was my goal if I got big was, well, not necessarily mansion, but buy a plot of land, build a bunch of small townhomes on it, bring in people. Everybody works together on it all, you know.
Yeah.
I am too disillusioned with the laziness of humanity to believe that will actually be effective, but I like you for your optimism.
Well, it's also not something that I really plan to do anymore. But mostly because I don't think I'm going to get that big for it to even be viable. But if I ever do, I'm not going to be one of those that buys a mansion and I'm the only one living in it. Definitely not. If I'm buying a mansion, the whole thing's going to be used. Drives me crazy that people will buy, you know, a 500-bedroom mansion and not even half of them the rooms are being used for anything.
Like, I don't understand why people do it in the first place. Because all that dust gonna compile. Because it's gonna take so much work to make that sure that mansion's clean too.
Well, I mean, if they never use them, the rooms, why do they need to keep them clean?
It's still gonna bother me.
Oh yeah, it bothers me too.
Look, all we've got to do is just the breathe.
Yeah? What do you mean by that?
Oh my god, Rin in a maid outfit?
Right?
Oh my god.
I think that's been drawn.
No, Maddie when I made outfit it.
Was it only Maddie?
besides-
Okay.
Nope.
I know we got him in a cute dress.
That nerd Matteo gets bullied a lot around here, doesn't he?
Don't worry, Nautilus. We'll put you in a maid dress too. Wouldn't want you to feel
That's
left
it.
out.
As if. I'm too stylish for a maid dress.
Yeah, you're saying
You're
you're not
too-
stylish to pull it off?
So what'd you say? That didn't quite come through.
You're saying you're not stylish enough to pull it off, though?
I'm so stylish I don't have to try that.
X.
I would say I'd like to see Ido in a maid, but we all know that he wears the pants in his relationship, so
Yeah, we're looking at Geeman in a maid dress.
did you guys hear, just very subtly, that long drawn out squeak from demons that just barely made it through?
Yes.
It sounded like someone was squeaking a toy from 2 miles away in a mountain and you were just hearing the echo.
I'm afraid I did miss that.
Oh god, I think when I get home I'm gonna go back and clip it because it was so good. It might not have been audible over the game is the thing.
Probably. Blue Bat, I am more partial to a butler outfit as well.
See?
I'll put him in a suit.
I wonder how Hyra would look in a suit.
You gotta draw Hyro in a maid outfit.
Yep.
No, it's in a suit! A suit!
I mean, the
Hyro
maid
is
outfit
a
is a
suit.
sort of suit.
What?
Hyro is a nice fursuit.
So, one of the artists that I was talking to a bunch like a year ago or maybe 2 years ago, he's a Chinese artist and he's apparently switched to making fursuits. And he messaged me and is trying to get me to buy a fursuit from him now.
Wow.
I'm kind of tempted. I'm especially tempted because the Eastern fursuit designs are the ones that I prefer anyway. But I told him first I have to sort out moving and stuff.
Does he have like examples of his first suit that he created?
No, you already
Why do you want to buy one?
Maybe.
Just make sure you ask for his prices before you slap down 10 grand.
And ask for permission from your master.
After the move, we can consider those. Definitely not before.
Well, like I said, I'm just curious. Like, have you made some before, so I can take a look.
I can get you in touch with him, or I can try and get some pictures. Right now, he and his friend are working on his first one. So they're making
Oh.
fursuits for themselves first. But they're doing, like, he ended up kind of talking to me about his process, and he's going with one of the very high quality routes that are out there now. So it should be pretty good quality. He didn't give me a price yet, but that's probably because they haven't actually finished it yet and don't know how to price it. And honestly, probably most of the price is going to be shipping it from China to here.
Especially with tariffs.
Tariffs are stinky.
Oh, kidding.
Also, I would like to point out that I did call it that Ren would be interested in getting a fursuit after putting on that fursuit head from Cass.
Those are interested weasel noises. Also, weasel that has been found out noises.
Back on the topic of Hyro in a suit, dude, I still wanted to see how Hero looks next when he's wearing the Agumon costume from Time Stranger.
Yeah, back.
No. Are you talking about Hyro as in like the Renamon Hyro?
Yeah.
What
Okay.
other Hyrule would there be?
Well, he said time stranger. Like, are you
fursuit
talking
one.
about?
All right, well, since it's my dog asking, send me a picture of that Agumon, and I'll see what I can do.
Oh my god.
I need more resources.
And I'm just grinding out materials.
Oh, sure. Just brag about how you got all this stuff and whatnot and just gonna grind it out. Rubbing it in.
I'm very confused right now.
He's calling you Shark.
How is that being a shark? I don't
Hey, Kira and
understand.
why?
Ow. Why indeed?
Hey, Zem,
Yeah?
I have been sent something very important for you to see.
Okay.
It's extremely relevant to something that has been discussed on stream and involves several people here right
Oh no.
So are you saying I should bring this up on stream right now?
now. It would be preferable if you could. Don't worry, it's safe. I already watched it.
That's effort. I'm gonna skirt around this group. I don't like the fact that there are so many really big, nasty sentinels right there. There we go, got that scanned.
I return.
Welcome
back.
back.
Now,
They do
new
not want to
quest.
just be my friends, Olet. What's up? What's up, Mario?
New quest to see if we can't get Ren into one of my spiked collars.
He's already got a collar.
Yeah, but like, does it have really shiny studs on it though?
I don't think he needs it.
Every collar could use studs. Most stylish part of a collar.
We'll have to agree to disagree on that one. Alright, let's bring up this video. As soon as I get that set up. The worst part about this is that it's a short, and the shorts are so much effort for so little
I invented
time.
something. Oh yeah.
Alright. There we go.
I invented something.
Oh yeah?
I call it an audio book.
Actually,
I was just looking through my book for it, and I found this.
blah. Okay.
But look, if you hook it onto a book like this,
Don't blah blah blah.
it
blah,
reads the
blah,
book to you.
Yeah, I don't know if that's.
I mean, sure, the words might be a little different, but it's so convenient.
Okay.
Cool.
Not sure I follow.
What's not to follow? Just a cute little kobold doing a job, doing a thing.
Well, you're going to be doing a dragon campaign soon with all your kobolds.
Ah. Hello, Seda.
Hi, Seda.
Seda deba.
Maybe you say to.
Bow, 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 bow. Probably, ducks. But then again, Seda kind of has concerns at all times whenever it involves me. I think he doesn't like me.
Yeah, he's just
Hey,
concerned.
hey, Seda, you should join Voice so that we can nerd out about Wings of Fire and get Zen stream demonetized just by talking about basic points of this children's book.
What?
What?
For a children's book, it's not very children appropriate.
What's the
Oh,
book called?
Wings of Fire.
Wings of Fire.
Yeah, like the prologue involves infanticide.
involves what?
Infanticide.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah, I started listening to it, and like 2 minutes into the audiobook, suddenly this dragon was like murdering babies.
Seda, I think I'm gonna have to revoke your privilege to be concerned about anything that you hear on one of my tabletop games again.
Zola, yes, like the Warrior Cats folks can get pretty gruesome at times. It does not get anywhere near as gruesome as Wings of Fire just like comes out swinging with the oh yeah, and then I dropped a bunch of eggs down the mountain, intentionally murdering them.
Wow.
Oh man, sounds pretty metal to me.
Sounds like Cronus has competition for Parent of the Year.
I mean, do we know
VGF
that-
does not condone any of these actions. Very thank you.
Seda, you will not join WoW Traditions, despite my pushing for you to do so. With this concern thing of yours. And yet, you join this fandom, make it a character after it. When they kill babies.
I mean, what's a little bit of infanticide, though?
Oh boy.
Zolet, I think the key difference is in Warrior Cats, it warms you up to the idea that there's going to be violence. You know, it starts off so like soft and quiet and idyllic, and it's like, oh, this cute little kitty just like wants to live in the woods and stuff. And oh, it's a little brutal. Yeah, they have to hunt for food. That makes sense. Oh, they're fighting each other. Okay. Oh, there's a lot of political stuff going on in the Warrior Cats world. Oh. But no, Wings of Fire, no. It'll just start off and be like, by the way, they're just gonna murder you. Just a reminder.
Seda, making a character does absolutely mean you joined the fandom. That's like making an
Seda be
intro
like-
character and going,
Seda-
I'm not a furry though.
Well,
Seda be
Cosmo
like,
did
I made a
that.
persona, I'm not a furry.
Cosmos
Now,
a furry, though.
now, see, look, I just have a very important question, Rajan. How far did you get?
Hold on, I've slept since I left. According to my audiobook reader, I am 5% through the anthology.
What does the anthology
But-
cover?
Yes. But the last thing I remember was they were attempting to escape with Peril's help, and then Peril maybe sort of betrayed them, and now they're trapped again. And they're just discovering Clay's special power of being immune to fire.
Mm-hmm.
And when it comes to, you know, the likes of Cosmo, he made a fursona. He may not have realized it yet, just like Seda doesn't realize it yet. But he joined the furry fandom when he made his fursona. Just as Seda has joined that fandom when he made his, I don't know, Wing Sona? Dragon Sona doesn't fit right, but either way, you know, Wafai Sona. There we go. We'll call it that.
Look, can you blame me? The dragons look cool.
They killed
Yeah,
children!
I agree with Seda here. I made a dragon just so I could flirt with Seda's dragon.
Oh my god. I am never curious about these dragons.
And this is how you get Ren.
Didn't I show you my dragon, Ren?
You might.
He showed you his dragon, Ren. Please respond.
Oh no, I didn't show you my dragon. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna show you my dragon.
Which version? The one that you colored, or the one that Raijin made?
I mean, the one that Raijin made is, hasn't been finished yet, to my knowledge. So there's only the ref to be shown.
I don't know. That one that I'm working on, I have mixed feelings on right now. Like, I kind of want to just start over because I made too many mistakes with the foundation, and starting over would let me correct those. But also at the same time, like, I look at it, I'm like, it doesn't look bad right now.
The curse of the artist.
That is honestly how I'm dealing with this right now.
Okay, but like, so, sorry, go ahead, Ido.
No, I was just saying, and it does honestly how I'm feeling with the drawing right now.
Ido, did you start on Wings of Fire at all?
Not yet.
I probably shouldn't have mentioned that because I would have loved to hear your reaction too if you started with the comic adaptation instead. And like that was like the third panel. But real talk though, Seda. So I read a lot of books. I go through many books. And a lot of them are absolute garbage trash stuff. And it's just so fascinating to me when I started on Wings of Fire, and I was like, okay, I can see how this has the vocabulary for a child's book, and yet this is still far better than most of the quote unquote adult books that I've read recently.
Yeah, I'm mainly really appreciating the world building, and then
Ah, yes, the world building of killing children.
look, I just quickly
glanced. In Seda's defense, that was frowned upon. The dragon who did that is kind of insane.
Yeah.
Just frowned upon? Oh, you naughty,
Yeah, see,
naughty dragon.
Normally what they do with dragons that they don't want is they let them hatch first, then they throw them off the cliff if they don't want them.
The only response I have to that is dot, dot, dot.
Okay, you know what? I was going to say, like, yeah, I'm going to be waiting for the messages in my DMs from Raijin, because I flipped through the book just to quickly see, like, where he's at, and I'm just like, okay, he's there, and I'm just, like, going, like, okay, I know there's some other things coming that I'm going to probably get yelled at. And then I was just thinking back to, oh yeah, I just remember what happened to those people.
I do like when they introduce the first human and like the human is just making weird noises and flapping his arms about, and then another dragon shows up and just bites his head off.
Yep.
I reiterate, dot, dot, dot.
I know, right, Dux? I love it. Like, you don't get good war crimes in adult books anymore. All you get is just weird power fantasy with no actual meaningful plot.
Like,
you gotta read about the cats and the dragons committing the war crimes for that good juicy stuff.
Like, there's two things that I really just like want to come at and say right now, but especially since like Raijin is reading the books, there's like two moments coming up in like the rest of this book and the second book that I'm just like, damn. But I'll wait for that.
Ah, so you're saying it gets worse. Understood.
So then, do you want to start reading these books with me?
I'm good with the Dresden Files right now, thank you. Seda can enjoy his whiffisona.
Okay,
So I did want to comment on the hilarity that, like I was telling you, Seda, at first I was thinking Skywing when I was just looking through the different dragons. Because, fire. I like fire. Fire, cool. But like I just like gave it a quick glance and I was like, yeah, that's not quite vibing for me. So I went with Rainwing. And then I started reading it and I was like, oh, how about that?
And you guys are saying this is a children book.
I think more young adult. Like, hold on. Let me just see something. What are they officially classifying it as?
Well, it definitely has a reading level that's much higher than Warrior Cats because I actually somewhat recently went through all of Warrior Cats again, and the reading level of Warrior Cats really doesn't hold up very well. So I would definitely say it's probably along the lines of like 7th, 8th grade level.
Yeah, I can probably see. Yeah, I can agree with that.
For the dragon one?
The dragon one, yes, for Wings of Fire.
Yeah, like, yeah, I think that's probably a good level because like I've only read the 5 books so far, and there's like 10 other ones.
Oh, you're only in like, are you still in part 1 then?
I have finished the first arc.
Okay, so book 5 is the end of part 1.
Yes.
No, Zolet, I mean all of Warriors. Aside from like some of the stuff that's recently been releasing, because I kind of there's a point where I just like kind of stopped caring about it. But the number of books I've read and the speed at which I can read books, if I'm actually sitting down and reading a book instead of using an audiobook, like the first Warrior books take me like an hour and a half tops. They're not long.
But yeah, no, I was gonna say, I think that's probably a fair assessment, Raijin, because like reading through it, like it had a level of like simplicity and like very straightforward in terms of like its plot narration and development. But you know, at a mature enough level where they could do some of the things that they did. So yeah, I think probably like eighth grade, ninth grade level is probably a fair assessment. Like it's definitely not children's book.
So yeah, so the thing like on a grander scheme with like all the books that I've been reading lately, and I've been really struggling to find modern books that I've really enjoyed. But there's this very basic premise in storytelling, which is show, not tell. And it feels like that is a rule that has largely been forgotten within the genre spaces that I typically like reading. Now, granted, there's a lot of general fiction that I haven't read yet. Like, I really want to get into some of the stuff like Dean Koontz and Clive Cussler and a couple of the other stuff like that. Because I'm pretty sure that those are very good books in the general fiction audience. But in sci-fi specifically, it feels like it's really deteriorated. With all of the best sci-fi authors now doing romantasy, and I just can't get into romantasy.
Oh, what do you mean we corrupted Raijin, Frostovsky? Or not corrupted Morning?
I'm curious about that one as well.
I am very curious about that one because I don't think I'm confused how myself and Raijin, you know, corrupted Wernie.
I'm confused where he came into any of this in.
Likewise. Oh no! No, Frostovsky, you have it wrong. No, Wernie wrote the book. Like we're talking about like any kind of war crime in a video game. Wernie wrote the book.
I mean, anyone that plays Space Station 13 for fun is just... I don't know if they're the kind of people you actually want to hang out with.
Wow.
He's not wrong.
Well, it's not lost on me that people don't want to hang out with me, but...
You play Space Station 13?
No, I don't even know what that is. I just said that for the joke.
Ah.
But yes, I will pop out here. If you beans are still around, I'll hop back in later.
Oh, okay. I'm still holding this against you, though.
PQC,
Look, I feel like you're only going to just stand firmer in your argument the more that Raijin reads.
I mean, yeah, the audiobook track record. Yeah.
So
The funny thing is, if I didn't mention that this was Wings of Fire and that this was a Sega recommendation, and I just started talking about this audiobook, then would just assume it's one of the other crazy audiobooks that I've listened to.
I would have. And then I find out that it's what Seda recommended, and Seda has made his Wifisona, and he's joined that fandom, and apparently has concerns over my streams and wild traditions and such, and yet that's okay. I will keep that in mind. There will be baby killing on Friday.
Oh.
Now look, listen here. I didn't say I was okay with this. It is just stuff that is happening in the books, and I can't. And I sadly can't even say that's the worst of it.
Oof.
Oh no!
I'm already adding that as a quote.
Oh no!
God, that's
But yeah, say like I'm not going to be surprised by that. It's for me, it's just the bluntness of the opening that gets me. The rest of the stuff that's like very heavy-handed is not. It doesn't really shock me so much because it's like it's already got me. I will say regarding spoilers, it's not that big of a concern to me. Partly because one of the things with this being a book meant for young adults or children, a lot of the subtleties of the plot are really easy for me to read because of my experience with so much fiction. Like it just based on Peril's introduction and the way that she was immediately given importance in the writing, I kind of already it feels like it's very obvious where it's probably headed with Peril.
I'm very curious what your thoughts are.
So my thoughts are either A, she's actually the Skywing of Prophecy, and there was a loophole in the way that it was written to allow that to happen, which would kind of be fitting because Wings of Fire, she's a fire wing, blah blah blah. Alternatively, she's going to have a tragic occurrence, and that love interest will be yanked away from us. Or something along those lines. And then the main point of consideration is what's going to happen with Glory in this circumstance. And honestly, I kind of anticipate Glory is just going to go bye-bye. Glory is just too calm, too collected, too much of a leader, and too adult to actually remain part of these dragons' lives. Glory is too good.
I know Glory is amazing. Like, I think Glory is definitely second favorite character. We love Glory.
So, like I said about me making a rainbow,
though I think you can probably guess my favorite character.
Yes, I know you love your scrolls, Truth Seeker, but we're kind of dealing with something else right now.
So, Galen's joining Wild Traditions, yes? After all, you got nothing to be concerned about anymore.
Oh, look, there are a lot of things that are concerning that are happening. Not just in Wild Traditions.
I mean, sure, Last Hope is getting attacked by a bunch of demons.
And look, for the record, again, I didn't say, things happening, Wings of Fire aren't concerning, because, oh my goodness, there are a lot of things to be concerned about, and a lot of things for me to be angry about. Spoilers.
So
Lost your
I
favorites
get the
already?
feeling that one. Sorry, Ido.
I was asking, did they kill off your favorites already?
No.
So I get the feeling that when I catch up to Seda, it's actually more so going to be Seda talking about all the things that has infuriated him as opposed to me talking about anything.
Oh, look, I have already vented to other beings about, some of the happenings in the book. Am I going to keep reading? Yes.
Blue Bat, are you still there?
I'm just going to say I already have ideas on how to implement the baby killing on Friday.
Oh my god!
Oh no.
See, Zim, this is the concern. This is where the concern is. Or at least one of the concerns.
I am
Like-
trying to appeal to the audience. You are a member of the audience, and thus I'm trying to appeal to you. Clearly, you want baby killing.
No, I don't.
If we hadn't already quoted one baby killing joke, that would be my new propose.
I mean, I'll do it
I know
again.
both.
I'll fucking do it again. I can't do
I
a
mean, at
goofy
this point,
voice,
Zim's
but I
just
was
going
referencing
double
that
or
one meme.
nothing. There's like a special kind of concern when you hear something that's concerning and you're just like, you know what? That's okay then.
Bark, 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 blue bat.
Rock.
Bite, blue bat.
Rockruff.
Bite, bite, bite.
There, new quote added.
No. I do not want baby killing in wild traditions.
Demon, are you uncomfortable with this? Do we need to move on?
A little bit.
Please. Yeah, for the record, I feel like I'm being misquoted and misattributed there. And you will be hearing from my TF lawyers.
Is it me?
I mean, you would look pretty good in a suit, so I'll allow it.
How'd you know we were talking about suits and maid outfits earlier?
Everything always comes full circle.
Oh no.
In some regards,
Got
I hope
it.
it doesn't.
Noodle Dragon in a maid dress is now on the list.
No. I don't do maid outfits. Butler is acceptable.
Wait, why are sentinels attacking me now? Oh god. Okay, I'm hiding inside the building.
But yes. I will pop off. If you beans are around, I'll pop back later. And if I miss you all, you'll have a wonderful night.
You as well.
And you're all cute.
So are you rethinking that friendship with Seda now?
It's fine. It's fine.
What brings weight to your brow, sir?
That's a statement.
It's not a statement, it's a question.
I believe we have a new quote.
It is, you know. I've been poking him to come play a game, and he doesn't want to. And he says it's because he's concerned and stuff. I mean, all I did was drop a nuke on them.
You know, he might have a point.
And had their entire home destroyed. They got chased across the world being refugees.
Maybe the concern is that he realizes he would be too into.
It would feel a little too much like home.
Pat pat humans. Don't worry, humans. My method of storytelling is not as intense as it.
What is wrong with what I... Okay. Okay. Fine.
There's
I see where the
nothing
winds are
wrong with it.
blowing.
The word I used was intense. That is not a negative word.
I mean, Ren falls asleep half the time. Octo's
God.
asleep half the time. Tal keeps asking for plot. I give plot. I can't help that they're in the middle of a trial, but he wants plot. I don't know what to give.
Okay, here's what you do. Just
I resign.
immediately railroad them into the Tower of Hera. Just a one-to-one recreation of the Tower of Hera.
Tower of what?
Hera. Hera. From Link to the Past.
Ah, that. No. Honestly, I was done
Oh,
with
you're
it.
right. It would be Hera's Tower. The legally distinct Hera's Tower.
Yeah, yeah. I resign. I will resign. Let someone else run it better.
No.
Tug's master.
Ooh, you should give Natalis the reins. There's only going to be like a crumb of anarchy.
A crumb.
I'm glad you enjoyed it, Zoe, but why are you yelling?
Oh God, no. They want me to do that? Oh, that was horrifying the first time I had to do it.
Ido, did you show the cookie to Zen? I think he needs cheering up.
The idol
I did.
cookie is very precious.
Yes. We see.
Oh, there's some very interesting things I've got to, do here. Like spacewalk into a black hole.
Should you be doing that?
Well, apparently there's no time for caution, so I guess so.
Seda coming in and being like, that's almost as bad as what happens in my dragon books.
The whiffidum is very strange. No, ducks. I have resigned. I am sorry. This will not be happening anymore.
No.
Blue Bat. This is kind of a sidetrack because I had to talk about this in text, but I was talking about how in the sci-fi and speculative fiction space, I feel like in recent years I haven't found things that have been as appealing to me because cozy fantasy and romantasy as genres have really taken off within the space, and that's what a lot of the what I feel the higher quality authors are putting out there. There are still other authors, like for example the Sun Eater series is very good. The First Law series is very good, but at the rate that I read these things, I end up like I run out of the good stuff very quickly. And I don't have anything wrong with cozy fantasy or romantasy. It just doesn't do it for me. And it's kind of funny because like how much of a flirt and a romantic I am, I kind of don't like romance plot lines in my fiction. It just I don't know, it just feels so fake to me. And it's just totally a me thing. I totally understand other people liking it. But for like stuff that hits the way things like the Wheel of Time, for example, hits, or the way Lord of the Rings hit, or stuff like that, you kind of have to go a little bit further outside of speculative fiction into like somewhat newer categories. Like I think lit RPG is getting some of this stuff in there pretty well, but lit RPG as a new genre does not have very good writers yet. And it's just a struggle. It's just a struggle sometimes. Yeah, Travis Baldry did Legends and Lattes. Was that the first one? And like it's a good book. It's just not for me, and that's like that's ultimately the feeling that
Good night, ducks. I apologize
duck.
for disappointing.
Dux literally just said that he enjoys your storytelling. So you are not disappointed. Sorry, Blue Bat. Maybe if you like, so definitely write down Travis Baldry, which is what Zolette recommended if you do like your cozy fantasy. Um, yeah, that's right. Bookshops and Bone Dust. I wasn't sure about the order because like it didn't click for me. But Blue Bat, if you let me know like what some of your favorite books are, maybe I can narrow down to like some of my own recommendations that are closer to you, so you're not writing down a billion names. Because I can list off authors, kind of like how some people can list off actors and actresses.
Yes, I'm okay, ducks. I am being silly.
My silly sable root. Pat pat pat.
Ido.
Yes.
You offer comfort in these trying times.
I can offer a cookie.
Thanks.
Sorry, Natalis, am I killing you with the book talk? Are books too boring for you? Are you
Oh,
too cool for books?
I just got back from the litter box, but yes, I am too cool for books since you asked. Maddie's a freaking nerd. He loves books.
So, as your agent, I do have to say, you can't be saying that in this day and age. No one is too cool for books. Books are cool, okay?
Yeah, to nerds, maybe.
Well, yes, but you still gotta respect that anyways.
Master?
Good night, Ren.
Ren, it's just so easy.
Come on.
Okay, fine. Yes, Ren, what could you want to say that I definitely did not predict?
Damn.
I got wrecked. May I go to bed, Master?
Oh, well, I hope you sleep well, Ren.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Good night, and sleep
Night
well.
night.
Good night, Ren. Good night.
Wake up! Hold the line! This hamlet shall not fall.
But no.
Thank you for the raid, Ren.
What is wrong with me, in fact, is that the nib is wearing off.
Someone get an EP?
No, it's just I'm not high anymore.
Oh. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have any more right now. But I can offer you a hypnotic eye.
those good?
Sure.
Okay, so like, do I smoke it? Is it an edible? Like, what are we doing here?
You gaze into it.
Oh. Ido DM.
Ido might have a treat for you.
Ido did bring me a cookie. Thank you.
Ido, my little drug dealer. I suppose I should say big drug dealer, though.
Thank you for keeping me sane during today's stream.
The only drug Ido brings me is happiness and joy. And a lot of fur all over the place. My lord. The number of lint rollers I go through on a daily basis. You, sir, are like 90% fluff.
And we have to clean it up all on the regular because the synth that he keeps chewing on winds up bursting into flame otherwise.
Zolette, have you tried audiobooks? Because I unfortunately don't get the time to like actually read analog anymore. I do a lot with audiobooks, and I think it takes a little bit to get in the swing of it while multitasking, but once you get the hang of it, it's fantastic. And sometimes one of the really cool things about audiobooks is you get a completely new perspective on the story because you're hearing someone else's voice for it. So you can like re-listen to books that you've already read and it'll feel fresh and new because people will present new voices for characters or new ways of speaking out sentences that just completely change the tone of it. It's really nice.
I know you're making a real point, but I'm just imagining the reader of the audiobook voicing their opinion as they go. And like totally disrupting the story. And it's kind of hilarious.
So, no joke, one of the things that I've like idly been thinking on lately is if you could make a written book that has a meta narrative that would mostly only make sense when you're listening to it from an audiobook perspective. But realistically, if you want something like that, probably one of the closest things you can get right now is Dungeon Crawler Carl, which it's not necessarily the narrator voicing out his opinion, but throughout the series, there is an AI that provides system messages, and that system message has a particular tone and implication that warps throughout the books.
I'm interested in your idea.
I like books.
Well, Maddie likes books too, but you got me today. Maybe one day I'll let him out of the locker, but until then...
No, keep that
blank silence.
He belongs there.
Is it Raijin saying this?
Yes.
Crazy. Damn, thought you liked Maddie.
Okay. I've got no idea what I am intended to do now. But I think I'm going to go towards this and hope the answer presents itself. Because I need chromatic metal, and there's nothing that I can refine into chromatic metal in this system. At least not that I'm seeing thus far.
It's always the chromatic idol. Ain't it fluffy?
So since we've already talked about dragon books, one thing that I'm probably going to recommend to Theta later, and I've already recommended it to Gabby and probably others, a dragon series that I love is Temeraire, which is an alternate fiction or alternate history or historical fiction. I don't know what exactly it is, but it's basically set in the time of the Napoleonic Wars. But instead of battleships, everyone had dragons, and it's really fun. And one of the really interesting things about it is that in the first book, the dragon named Temeraire is kind of subtly described as potentially getting himself off on a rock in a lake.
What?
Well then.
Yeah, because like basically they were the the crew of the crew of Temeraire were stuck somewhere and they were trying to get drinking water from the lake. But then one of the soldiers reports that they saw the dragon doing something in that lake, and so they couldn't use that drinking water anymore.
It couldn't be that he was just relieving himself in that lake.
See, that's the way I read it at first. That was my original impression. But another friend of mine, a furry, linked an audiobook reader who voiced it out in a way that it gives a very different tone. It certainly has a different implication when you read it with a certain tone of voice.
Ah. I see.
So a very quiet version of that thing. I just suggested where the narrators is putting their opinion on screen, so to speak.
You were going to say something, Zim?
No, that was basically it. Oh, so I can make chromatic metal out of this. Okay. It did not tell me this, but okay, fine, let's do this.
I think I should probably hop off the bed soon and get ready for work tomorrow.
I think you are precious and my good boy, and you should sleep well.
Yes.
Career, nuzzles you all, and what the Keeman. Y'all have a good one. Good you all.
Damn it, another fire. Hi, Fossil.
Ariel.
Good night.
Night night.
You two are a precious couple, humans. And Dido, if you're still listening, good night. Zolette, one of the things you could do is start collecting like retro audiobook cassettes.
Weather update. Storm clearing.
Alright. Let's go find some more quartzite in case I need more. And I need to find oxygen. God damn it. These are some very fluffy cacti. Look at this. This does not look pokey. This looks fluffy.
Fluffy.
So Zem, when we get really, really big and start selling a lot of different merchandise, can we get into the chia pet space so we can make an Ido chia pet? But when you water it, it just explodes out because fluffy.
Sure.
Super fluffy.
Demons, you are precious. There, make you all bigger on the screen again. Dook 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 dook. I need oxygen! Ah, here's another thing with the byproduct of oxygen. I cannot scan that flying critter. It is too far away. Fine. Ooh, oxygen. Uh-oh. Ha! Take that, Sentinel.
Sentinels never look up.
Well, that one is now. Hello? I'm not doing
Hi.
anything. I am just existing. Any crimes can be laid at the feet of Nautilus. You'll take the fall for me, right, Nautilus?
Wait, what happened?
Just say yes.
What am I agreeing to?
Taking the fall.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Cool, cool. Yeah, see? See? He's the one that was mining stuff. Go bother him.
Rosem,
Raijin,
I love you.
I love you too.
If you had a sentinel that operated by smell, would it be called a sentinel?
I see. You lied to me a moment ago.
Maybe if it were very cheap, it would be called a sentinel.
Liar! Do not reward his lies with giggles, there, Geemond.
Don't worry, I've already been punished plenty. I now have to enter a third PIN to access my work phone to do anything Walmart related. So whenever I pull my phone out and unlock it to do stuff for Walmart, I have to put in 3 separate pins.
What?
I don't know. Walmart is killing me with this. Like, it just keeps getting worse somehow. I have to put in a pin to unlock the phone, which is enforced by the administrative setting, which, you know, technically I could find a way to break it, but I don't want to do that. And then now I have to put in a pin to access the work profile that has the applications that I need for work. And then I have to put in a third pin to open up the program.
Yeah, Fossil, it is kind of a bannable offense.
What about it squeak?
I'm tempted to dare you to. You may ban me. I will not hate you for it. But just think about the amount of effort you will have to put in to reinstate me.
Okay, fair. He remains. No, not worth. Definitely not worth. Even if it is awful. I found a whole bunch of oxygen-rich plants. Hell yeah. That should set me on oxygen for a while.
Moosh the Raijin. Moosh the Gaemon.
Pet the Nautilus.
Moosh is an animal companion from the Oracle Zelda game.
They should really bring those back. They were fun.
I agree, it was fun when they made video games instead of Gary mods.
What?
I'm making fun of the latest Zelda game being Gary's mod.
Oh, that, yeah.
I can't wait for them to spend 7 years cooking up the next Zelda game to, I don't know, give Link a gun or something.
It does kind of seem conspicuously like they're moving Link to the modern age.
Yeah, and I didn't even bother with the latest Zelda game. I've always been a huge fan of Zelda, and yet the Breath of the Wild was just like okay.
There's a pretty popular like 2 or 3 hour long video essay on Tears of the Kingdom, aptly named "I Hate Tears of the Kingdom." The thing that got me about Breath of the Wild is that Breath of the Wild was great. It just didn't have dungeons. And my opinion about Zelda, more than anything, is it's always been about the dichotomy of the overworld and the underworld. You've got the overworld to explore, and then you've got the dungeons that have a little bit more of a narrow, focused task that you have to complete a bunch of puzzles. And they just totally skimped out on that. Incidentally, returning to the Twilight Princess conversation, one of my critiques about Twilight Princess, while it was still a good Zelda game in retrospect, the dungeon design in Twilight Princess in reality is kind of unfortunate. They all have you going in a circle to return to a central room where once you've completed that circle, you now have the key to progress forward into the final part of the dungeon. That's literally the dungeon design for all of them once you boil it down. And then when you look at the mechanics within each dungeon, every dungeon's mechanic is just, oh, you move slower. In the Forest Temple, you had vines that you slowly climbed up. In the Goron Mines, you had the magnetic floors that you slowly walked across. In I don't remember what it's called, but the Zora dungeon, it was all water again, and water mechanics are always slow in Zelda games for some reason. Then you had the Gerudo proving trials, where you got in the sand and you moved slow there. Granted, you got a very cool Beyblade to ride on, but you were only allowed to ride on it kind of sort of on rails. It wasn't all that impressive otherwise. Like you had the freaking snow, which was all about going slow. Ugh.
I'm not saying you're wrong, because you're very correct.
And for some people, if this doesn't bother you, that's fine. I'm happy if you still enjoy Twilight Princess despite that. But for me, it killed me. The number one thing I hate in games is when I'm not allowed to go at my own pace. When I'm forced to go at the game's pace and the game's pace is slow, it kills me.
Slow or fast. Like, let us take the games at the pace we want. I am okay with a, you know... I don't want slow, I don't want fast. I want mine.
See, I'm fine if the game wants me to go faster, because to me, that just means, I get to, practice and improve and increase my skill, and I'm fine with that. I enjoy that. It's when I have to slow down for the game because I'm not enjoying it the correct way that it feels so patronizing to me. And I do understand. Some people don't like it when the game forces you to move fast, and I feel for you. And mostly when I think of this, I think it works best in certain genres like platformers, where if a platformer is expecting you to move at a certain pace, then that has a tendency to create good level design. And it might not be for everyone, but for the people that it works with, it's great. I don't know anyone. Actually, I shouldn't say, because I know people that are completely fine with slower games.
I would prefer slower over faster personally, but I don't like either. Like XCOM 2 and their whole and their freaking Avatar project thing that I had to constantly be doing certain things, otherwise it would just be instant game over. Or a bunch of the missions where I had to complete them. I don't mind a big limit. I don't mind there being a limit, as long as it is not a... I feel like if I make one mistake, I'm going to just game over. Which, unfortunately, is how most of those games work. Give enough to make us feel the tension, but not so much that it's just like one mistake and it's done.
See, I can vibe with that kind of thing, though I will admit, I think it mostly shines in platformer games and certain action games.
Yeah, those are okay, or more okay with me for doing, but doing that with. But the ones like XCOM 2, strategy games, don't do that.
Yeah, but take for example, Celeste is considered a very phenomenal platforming game. And one of the things it does is, especially as it ramps up the difficulty, is once you start a particular platforming challenge segment, you have to maintain a certain pace of execution. And that's part of the challenge is learning that pace. And usually for a new player, it's going at a pace that's much faster than they're typically used to accomplishing. And then like once you start getting more advanced and learning more and getting better at the mechanics, you start learning how to take shortcuts and improving the lines. And, that's how you can break past the forced pace. Um, and that kind of stuff I think is great. But in a game that's like, if it's about exploration and if it's about, the adventure and stuff like that, I think if you're forcing someone to slow down, it just feels so patronizing. And it feels like the game developer is telling me, hey, you're not enjoying the game the correct way. And that is a particular sign that Nintendo commits something a lot, is they want players to experience a game very specifically on rails, when I think one of the shining things about video games is people don't experience them the same way.
Agreed. Though they need to hurry up and release XCOM 3 already.
I think it's time for me to crawl up in the pet bed.
All right, Nautilus. Sleep well in the pet bed.
Hey, don't get any funny ideas just because I want to annoy Rex.
No, it's okay. I understand.
Good night.
Good night. Love ya.
Good night.
Pet the Raijin. Pet the Gimment.
Though, that said,
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
And of course, Murr approvingly at Zim.
I think I am going to be calling it on the stream here myself. It's a little bit early, but I think I want to just call an early night tonight. So, thank you everybody for joining us on the stream today. That was No Man's Sky. Check out our website, zgfgaming.com. We've got links for our Discord, Telegram, Mastodon, Blue Sky, Patreon, and more. They are on the website as well as down in the description below through our link tree. Thank you to my patrons, tippers, and subscribers. It is your support that keeps this channel alive and going. I cannot do this without your guys' help and your support, so thank you. Consider becoming a patron over at patreon.com/zgfgaming. It's one of the best ways to support the channel, though you can also do so by sharing the stream around, using our Humble Bundle partner link, grabbing merch over at zgfgaming.store, or by picking up packs of cards to stream loots. But for now, thank you so much for joining everybody, and I bid you all the most fondest adieu.
Good night.
Bye bye.